Hello everyone, welcome back to the Random Fandom. I'm your host Ravenwood, and welcome back to the Star Wars collection of Star Wars The Black Series. And for today's episode, we'll be covering the Droideka Destroyer Droid. I've always called them like the Droideka, I've always called them either Droideka or roller droids, whatever, or destroyer rollers, whatever. My grandmother calls them bugs because it looks like a bug, but then again, so do the battle droid. In fact, allow me to get the battle droid. For comparison, he kind of looks like a bug. He kind of looks like one of those stick bugs a little bit, maybe, if you just squint and use their imagination. Anyways, putting him back. I'll fix the display over there later because I had him positioned a certain way and whatnot. But anyways, with him, it kind of reminds me of a roly-poly or a beetle or something, or a cockroach, which is kind of disgusting. No, it is disgusting. I have him transformed like this for a reason. I say transformed because it's more like just closing the limbs together. I wish they could have. I wish Hasbro could make a destroyer droid that can actually properly. I won't say properly, but yeah, properly can actually properly just roll up into something. Roll up into a hole, so it can actually. This is like because. It obviously does not roll, right? Maybe for stop motion you can kind of just sort of squint, right? But I fear that if you apply too much pressure onto this, it may break. Also, I wanted to quickly criticize the head later. But right now, let's reverse transform him. But I transformed him into this orb-like mode to show you the limitations of the movement and the articulation. Before we do that, complete Droideka Destroyer droid. Complete with twin blasters on their arms. Droideka are destroyer droids designed with one goal in mind: annihilation. A droideka can completely envelop itself in a globe of protective energy via its compact deflector shield generators. And that's it for the box. No, it does not have like a force field accessory to come with it, which would be nice to have a destroyer droid or a different version of the destroyer droid that can not only can it properly roll, transform and roll out, I guess. Transform and roll out, right? Not only do I want a figure that can properly do that, but I also want the destroyer droid that comes with like a orb accessory, I guess, like a globe, like a semi-globe, just to go over it, just for just as an extra toy or accessory or something. And as you can see, this is not functional. It can be like this. That works. It could roll up like this, but there's no possible way for this to like properly just roll. Like you could just like roll it, I guess. But it's just you can kind of just squint and just say like, oh, okay, that's it, that's it rolling. And then but for stop motion, you would have, or not stop motion, for animation videos, you would have to, this would not work. you would have to position him in such a way that in order for it to work, or something. I don't know. And look, this does not look right. This angle, so it kind of looks right. It kind of looks okay when it's facing this way, I guess, because it kind of sits there. It also looks all right when it's sitting like that a little bit, but then this doesn't look right. It is weird. Okay, so as far as the articulation goes, he has these weird like panels that fold up and down, or not fold up and down, side to side, my bad. They fold side to side. You can close them just like that. The head can move up and down like that, but it can also move back and forth a little bit. Sorry. And as far as the neck goes, you can just, or the head right here, it's loose on my copy. It just feels so unnaturally wibbly wobbly. It's whoa, right? I don't like it. Whenever I pull or push onto this or tug it, right, it just makes me feel like I don't want to do that. So let me first show you that you can push this little piece all the way back here. To undo that, the idea here is that you could just wiggle this, right, and pull on the head, and then you could just jut it out. I don't like doing that. Grab a letter opener, a letter opener, and just slide it out. As long as the blade here does not damage the figure, it should be fine. Grab something like that and just push it out. Anyways, we're going to push it back in. And there we go. You can also, you can look up and down and all that. This weird little like mouth, I guess. Now, he has a spine that just, if you push your fingers on, push one of your finger on it, it's a little stiff. The joints here on the spine can move all the way back, and right here you can also move a little bit further. Don't want to break it or anything, but that's as far as it could go. As far as the arm joint go, you could push it all the way back and push the other arm joints all the way back. You can move this chest, the lighting in here I need to get fixed. You can move the chest piece like up and down to help move the back, the spine here. You could just move, and you could just move it all the way around. Now, underneath here, is like a little thing that can be detached a bit, just like the swivel on the battle droid's stap. It can also detach. This little lever here can be detached here, but I don't recommend it. I like it attached. I don't know why it came packaged like that, where it was detached. Anyways, we're gonna have them a little hunched over. Now, as far as the hands go, you could move them at any angle. Oh, the other arm, like it has another joint here where it can move the arm up and down, and then another joint here, and the little piston here that can move the third part of the arm. It can go, what's interesting is that it can go up and down. That's interesting. That's cool. That really is cool. And then of course you can also move the hand up and down. So it could be like, come at me, clone. Right? Can go all as far as down that way. Can move jut out, and can move up and down, almost all around, right? And it has like some sort of like rope right here. I wish you could see that a little bit better because of the light in my room is a little bit different at night. But anyways, there's like a little rope right here that just moves with the arm movement. I love that. This little plastic piece can just kind of sort of wiggle a little bit, but it doesn't have any articulation whatsoever. It's just something that can just move, sort of. Anyways, I'm gonna have it straighten out. Just push it back a little bit, just straighten out a bit. Do the same for the other arm. Both arms have the same articulation, which I like. The details are awesome on this figure. Push back the head a little bit and have it where it rests onto the chest a little bit. And then just push the chest down to where it can then be like that, I guess. Feel more connected. It kind of looks like you could put like a little character in between there, just a small little character, and it drives the entire thing like a mech or something, like some sort of Star Wars battle mech. That's an interesting idea. It just looks like a seat down there that a smaller character could potentially pilot this thing. Potentially pilot. Anyways, just getting the right position for this. Now, on my copy, I'm not certain if this is everyone's copy. Anyways, the leg here is a little, maybe? No, it's they're all stiff. I personally don't like how everything kind of relies on these pointed ends in order for it to stand, I guess. But anyways, as far as articulation goes, this part can go all the way up as far as that, as far as, well, not all the way up, but it can go as far as up as there. Now, this joint can go up all the way like that, but we want it pointed a little bit down like that, so that we can have it into the ground. And same with the other legs. Now, this limb, as far as I know, as far as my knowledge goes, it cannot, it looks like that because of this ridge here, it looks like it could just go up and down, but I'm pushing, and I'm not gonna try to push it any further than it need be. But anyways, it has a nice like stabbing motion. Anyways, with this leg, you can move it back and forth like that, side to side. And as far as up it can go really high up, just really high up. And with the foot here, just like the back leg. Now what we want to do is kind of make it feel like, kind of look like it's a foot sort of, but we want to have the back leg more so of a pincer formation, I guess. Stretch. Now I guess what we could do is have the other front leg pincered out, I guess, maybe, but we want to straighten it out like that, I guess. We'll do that for right now. And see if he can stand. Wow, yeah, he can stand just like that. That's interesting. That's cool. But the problem is the weight. I guess if you just move him slightly, ever so slightly, he just squats like that. So what we're going to do is correct that. And voila, see? There's that leg formation. Or we can do this where it's more up and angled. Up, but the foot's angled. I wonder, no. And have it up to the side like that. We could have it like this, I guess, if we want. Problem is the back leg is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting there. We can, if we want to, is also have these wings unfolded. Straighten his posture a bit. Could push them forward. But yeah, that feels like that has the most control right there. And I also have it to where all three of them are like feet, I guess. Yeah, that works best, I feel like. It doesn't look as menacing like this, but here we go. Yeah, so his existence is terrifying. These cannons are a bit heavy on his arms, so they kind of sag a little. Try to give it to where he has room for his legs and whatnot. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the Droideka. I tried to make it to where, there we go. This right here. This feels more like a Droideka right here. There we go. Let me put him a bit closer for you all to see. Rotate him around. There are other different mini poses for him, but I feel like I like this one the best. Let me. There we go. I feel like this works the best. He has this bug-like presence to him. This kind of insect vibe here. But anyways, that's the Droideka. I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for the next one. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye!